Well, as you can see, it looks like a man was remodeling the building there, and I hope to get back to the little town that this is in, but we're headed to an RV park, and it's like 7:30 at night, and we're hoping they're open. But on the way, we saw this nifty, looks like an old building with a lot of antique stuff on it, and we were blessed to find out when we got there that the RV park was still open. It's pretty interesting to see. Looks like they're into the antique stuff. You can see old wheels and things up against the fence, and bed rails and things, and old bicycles and all. And I really like this view here of an old cistern pump in front of an outhouse. And there's a ball of wire that makes me think of the Chevy Chase movie where he saw the world's largest ball of twine. After we got set up at the campground, they're into modern art too, I guess, as you would say, because there's a bicycle headed up the windmill there at the campground. But this is the most fascinating part to me. We're taking a look at the old Rock Island train depot that's in Paxico, Kansas, and that's where we're at the campground, and it is about a mile off Interstate 70, and it is about 29 miles to Topeka. On the way out, I found this very fascinating too. It's the Brown Rabbit Studio Art Gallery, and they have a bronze statue there of a rabbit. And this tells you that we were at Mills Creek campground. And I love this little gray mill or whatever off at a distance, and we decided to drive down and take a closer look at the little town. And as you can see, it says it's Paxico, and it was established in 1886. From the census records that I looked up, this town only has, for the last like 20 years, about a little over 200 people there. And it's very old, it's very small, as you can see. And I found it just fascinating to look at the old buildings and everything. And I wished it hadn't been so late in the afternoon and all these little antique stores and all had still been open. But like I said, we didn't get there till about 7:30, and by the time we set up, it was about 8 o'clock. And this was taken a few weeks back out west, of course, in Kansas, when we were on vacation. And that's the reason it's still daylight time there, because it was still summertime. As we saw a minute ago, 1886 was on the old building, and that was when the town was actually founded. And it was because they heard the railroad was moving through this area, and actually two small communities, the town of Old Paxico, which was about 1 mile east of the present location, and Newberry was also a small town about 1 mile north of where the town is located now. And they went together and made the town that is officially now just known as Paxico. A year after the town was founded, the railroad actually came on through and with their building here in Paxico in 1887. And it started out as the Chicago, Kansas, and Nebraska Railroad. And that was in the early years, and it was forced into foreclosure in 1891, and it was taken over by the Chicago Rock Island and Pacific Railroad. And most locals still call the railroad section today here Rock Island, even though Rock Island Railroad part of it closed in 1980, but it does have other trains that are coming through now. We'll finish up this video with the Main Street Bank and some antique stores, and at the very end, the general store that they're trying to refinish now, which is going to be beautiful when it's done, I'm sure. And hope you've enjoyed this short video, but I found the little town so fascinating, even though I didn't get to go into any of the buildings. I thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and or like me, hope history is preserved for many years. Thanks again for watching. Have a good day.